Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. I just finished riding my 10 miles on my bike. It's down in the low 30s. I almost froze to death. It was so cold that I actually took my sweatshirt off, went in the shop and got a piece of Reflectex and made a Reflectex vest to go underneath my sweatshirt to block the wind. I had a full balaclava on, gloves and everything. It's getting a little late for riding bikes, but I really am having a good time with the newest one with the sling seat in it. I ordered a fairing that goes on the front, covers up my feet, and comes up and blocks the wind from me. When that gets here, I'll be putting that on, and that'll help a lot with the cold weather, but eventually I'm probably going to have to give up. So I'm going to go in the house and play with a slip disc. When I come in from outside, if I'm really cold, and it's in the evening, I will cook up some pancakes just to stay, keep my hand in the game and play with the stove, and because the pancakes are kind of fun. Now, how I do this is, I have the stove all fueled ahead of time, and I put the disc over it, and that keeps the alcohol from evaporating. So when I do get ready to go, the stove's all ready to go. Now, I put a little water in my frying pan, and open the stove all the way up. And that way I know my pan is up to temperature, because when it's up to temperature, the water will start to sizzle in the pan. That probably takes a minute or so. Now I've mixed up my Krusty's blueberry pancake mix with some water, stirred it up in this cup because it was easy to dump from the cup in here for this video. But I think by the time to do this, as it sets, it thickens. I think it's going to be too thick by the time I get done. There's a lot to learn when it comes to cooking with alcohol and these oddball setups. Okay, that water is just starting to boil right there. So I'm going to put some pancake mix in, which is pretty thick. I think that's probably about as thick as you'd want it. But I think it's going to be okay. I really enjoy cooking pancakes with the squirrel cage stove. It's a lot of fun. Now I've got a Moab under this right now, and I've got it opened up most of the way. And as things warm up here and get going, I'm certainly going to have to turn the heat back, because the Moab is too big for this one egg wonder. It's just way too much stove. I've got a paper plate here instead of a Frisbee because it was easy, and I poured some maple syrup on the plate already. Now, yeah, this is starting to cook pretty fast, so I'm going to turn this Moab slip disc back about halfway, I think. And this is the first time I've cooked pancakes with a slip disc, so maybe we'll learn something here. But so far so good. I really like the ability to turn the heat up and down. The trouble with the turbo top was it started out a little bit too cool. The first couple pancakes weren't that brown, or you had to wait a long time. And then every pancake you cooked after that, the pan kept getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And after about 4 pancakes, the pan was really a little bit too hot, but you didn't have the ability to turn the heat back, so you just had to live with it. Now with this slip disc, if I do find the pan's getting too hot, or it's not hot enough, I'll just adjust it. It's pretty cool. I really like the ability to adjust it. I've kind of held off on designing this, because I always figured that was one of those rabbits I could pull out of my hat sometime if I had to, but I just figured it's time, I guess. That was my thought. Ooh, that one came. I nailed that right on the money. That's just golden brown. And I've got this Moab set at I've got about half of it exposed. And that seemed to be just about right for pancakes. And usually the first isn't that brown, but since I opened it right up, I really got the pan up to heat really fast. I'm really liking this this slip disc, it's going to come in handy. Now, if I was going to do something here like, say I was going to do a soup or something, I'd put the water on, open the Moab all the way up, so open the slip disc way up, and let the water come to a hard boil. Then I'd put my soup in and stir it for a minute or two. Then I would slide it probably back and just leave the hole in the center disc open, maybe even choke that back a little bit till I just get a light simmer so I can stir it. And it's really easy that way, no burned fingers or anything. Now, some people have asked about moving these discs around. Now, the skin on my fingers is fairly tough because I use my hands a lot, and I just move them back and forth with my fingers. But I would say probably if you were doing any extended cooking, these discs are going to get hot. I would use the handle on my spork or something to push them around. I wouldn't use my bare fingers. Wow, that one came out. Look at that. Steam rolling off of it. Wow. Now you're going to laugh, but what I use for butter on my pancakes is, I can't believe it's not butter. Believe me, I can believe it's not butter. It doesn't taste that much like butter, but I like the taste. It's pretty much a calorie-free, really stable. You don't have to worry about it, anything happening to it. It's pretty stable stuff, and I don't use a lot of butter, and I don't fry things in butter, so I can just, I basically just use it for a flavoring, like on pancakes or, rice or something if I want a little buttery flavor. And it works well for that. Well, some people carry different forms of butter. And no more days than I'm usually out, I could probably carry regular butter and get away with it. Now this is Krusty's blueberry pancake mix. Not like homemade, but like so many things in life, it's really easy, and it's not bad. Not like homemade, but if you're out backpacking and you're in a shelter somewhere in the evening, sitting back in the corner, yeah, this would be good eats. I forgot to open that back up. I had it turned down while I was talking, but I still think this is going to come out just fine. You find, if you have a slip disc, that it opens up a whole new avenue of cooking because you can adjust it any way you want to. If for some reason you want to turn the heat back for a minute and walk away and then come back, you can do that. My second pancake. Now that's pretty dark, so I'm going to turn the heat back a little bit so that the next one won't be too dark. Nothing wrong with that. Good pancake. I had one really weird comment on YouTube. Somebody said, and I really had to laugh because it was such a dumb comment. Somebody said, "Too bad you didn't have a better stove, so you could cook some vegetables. You look like you need them." I eat a lot of vegetables, not when I'm backpacking though. I never carry, carrots or corn on the cob or a head of lettuce or fresh peas or anything because they're really heavy, they don't travel well, and the calorie to weight ratio on vegetables is pretty laughably bad. So, no, that's any backpacker, and this had to be a non-backpacker that made the comment, some guy either or a complete and total newbie. Anybody that would carry fresh vegetables in their backpack, I don't know, I'm not saying it can't be done, but it wouldn't be an ultralight backpacker. So, I just kind of scratched my head on that comment. I get plenty of vegetables in my diet. I just don't cook them out on the trail. I don't do that much hiking anyway. Now, as long as I've been cooking, I can still move that disc with my bare fingers. The top disc, the one that you usually touch the most, has a set of cooling fins in it. Keep it hot, and that seems to work pretty well. I mean, you wouldn't want to hang on to it for a long period of time, but just to move it around with your tip of your finger, it's not that hot. Although I wouldn't recommend it if you don't have tough fingers. Yeah, I'm not having any problem with it. And this is all pretty much new to me because I haven't used that stove, this slip dish stove that much. But when I have used it, I'm really liking it. I think those stoves, you know, you buy this stove and it's your go-to stove, and ooh, another nice one. It's your go-to stove, and basically you buy some accessories and stuff for it, but this will probably be, you know, the stove you use for the rest of your hiking career. Yeah, I know it'll be my probably my last stove. I don't know if there's anything I'm going to build that's going to top this, but you know, I've said that before. But basically here, this stove is very stable, easy to use. Can refuel it while you're cooking. It's adjustable. It's with the Moab top, it's extremely hot, but you can choke it right back to a simmer with the I can't think of any reason to have any other stove. It works well with pans. It's got a nice stable top on it. I don't know. I'm thinking this is my last stove, but you never know. Look at it. The adjustable heat really does help. I'm Tinny from Mini Bowl Design. Get out and hike. Take a friend. Enjoy the great outdoors. Enjoy your alcohol stove. Cook some really great meals. And more important than anything, have a really great day. Bye-bye.